My name's Deirdre Mondell and I'm a business readiness consultant with NTT Data Services. Like most of you, I am now working at home, and for me that means a rather sparse home office/sewing room in Charlotte. There's my sewing machine behind me, which I have been using to make cute masks for when I need to venture into the outside world when I am not at home and working. I may be at home, but I still need to work efficiently and effectively with my now virtual teams. And one of the biggest challenges to that can be effectively communicating. So I wanted to share 5 best practices for communicating effectively in this now virtual team world. Best practice number 1, make sure that your intentions are clear and clarify your team members' intentions and assume that the intentions are positive. We don't have the opportunity to meet in person, and in emails, we often are less guarded and more negative, and we tend to assume more negative when we read them. You may already do this in person, but in virtual environment, you need to amp up and almost overdo that clarification of intentions. Ask questions. Make sure that you understand and that your team members understand where you are all coming from. Best practice number 2. Match the method of the communication to the content. More complex content requires more complex communication methods. If it's something simple, email is fine. One-way communication, maybe sharing documents, but if it's something more complex, use video or voice to actually communicate. Most of our ways of communicating are non-verbal, and with simply email, we just don't have the opportunity to read those non-verbal cues, and that can seriously affect our ability to communicate effectively and reach that common understanding. Best practice number 3, increase the frequency of your communication. It's really easy for teams to get out of sync when they don't have the opportunity to see each other and meet in person. So increase the number of communication events, the number of meetings, the number of check-ins. Make sure that you actually don't lose sight of each other by not communicating. Number 4, check for common understanding. Already kind of referred to this, but make sure that you, as I said, clarify, ask questions. One technique is in meetings to get team members to feedback their understanding of the important data points that have been discussed, or to summarize the outcomes of the meeting so that you can be sure that they actually have understood and that the team is on the same page and in sync. Best practice number 5, pay attention to the differences. We all come from different places, in some cases different countries when we're virtual teaming. Make sure that you pay attention to and have understanding for those differences. And again, don't assume the negative, assume the positive, and ask clarifying questions if you think that there is a gap in understanding. Thanks for joining me today for Virtual Victories, and remember that we are stronger together.